Good afternoon. It is Tuesday, January 25th, 2022. You know, years ago we'd take vacations with the children when they were small, and we'd hear this one question quite a bit. It was, "Are we there yet? Are we there yet? Are we there yet?" We would hear it repeatedly, consistently, constantly, ongoing, forever. And it was so difficult not to get frustrated with the question that started 400 feet from our front door. Are we there yet? Jesus in today's passage is responding to an "are we there yet?" kind of question. Many of the Jews in Jesus' day were under the impression that when the Messiah came, that the Messiah would kick out all of the Romans, all of the Roman legions, all of the Roman government, all of the Roman influence, and set up a Jewish kingdom all over again. And they kept asking Jesus the question, will it be today? Is it coming soon? Is it right now? Repeatedly and ongoing. And so he gave this answer in Luke chapter 12, verses 35 to 40. And again, I'm reading from the New Living Translation, second edition. He said, "Be dressed for service and keep your lamps burning, as though you're waiting for your master to return from the wedding feast. Then you'll be ready to open the door and let him in the moment he arrives and knocks. The servants who are ready and waiting for his return will be rewarded. I tell you the truth, he himself will seat them, put on an apron, and serve them as they sit and eat. He may come in the middle of the night or just before the dawn, but whenever he comes, he will reward the servants who are ready. Understand this, if a homeowner knew exactly when a burglar was coming, he would not permit his house to be broken into. You also must be ready all the time, for the Son of Man will come when least expected." He tells a parable, a story, that gives them information, but doesn't exactly answer the question they're asking. He said, "Be dressed for service." So often the first thing we do when we get home is kick off our shoes and put on some comfortable clothes, and we're not dressed to go out anymore. And he said that there's this need to be ready. He said, "Keep your lamps burning." That means have plenty of oil. There's another place where he told a parable exactly about having enough oil to keep the lamp burning all night long. It's not like today where we just flick a switch and hope that the power stays on all night. They had to have their lamps ready and the oil ready and the wicks ready and keep everything working so that the lamps would be good all night long. He used the illustration of a master returning from a wedding feast. And the servants had been working hard in all the preparations for the feast. But when the master came home, apparently what their tradition was, the master himself, in this situation, Jesus said, would sit the servants down, and then the master would put on an apron and serve food to the servants and care for their needs. And it says he will reward those who are ready. You know, when your child's kicking the seat behind you asking if we're there yet, you can't really tell him to be ready because he is ready. But when Jesus was talking to the believers, he was telling us we ought to always be ready for him to come back. Well, when are you going to come back? Is it right now? Well, you just be ready. It's not the answer we're looking for. We want a quantitative time set for it. But it's the answer we need to hear, that we need to be ready. I had a friend one time that had a serious illness. And it was a terminal illness, and he went to see his doctor, and the doctor explained to him they had done everything they could do, and that it was just a matter of time before one of his body systems was going to fail. And the doctor used those words, "You have some time to get your affairs in order." What does it mean to put our spiritual affairs in order. It certainly means to make sure our heart is right with Jesus Christ, that we have repented of our sins, and we've exercised our faith and belief in Jesus, and we've openly stated that we're going to follow him. It certainly means we need to be right with God. But it also means that we need to be ready for him to come take us home. That we need to be ready for this life to enter into the next life. It's amazing how many people are never ready for something they know is going to happen. Every year, the stores are crowded the week before Christmas. But every year I've been alive, Christmas has been on December 25th. We kind of knew when it was coming. Every time someone's been expecting a child, they've had almost 9 months to get ready for it. And yet the moment it arrives, they act like they're so surprised. You see, we need to be ready for the things that are going to happen. And one of the things that's going to happen is that Jesus is going to return. And we need to be ready for his return, to welcome him with open arms and to be glad he's here. Somehow I don't think he's going to be too pleased if we're saying, just give him another few weeks, just give us another few weeks. We need to be ready. Are you ready? Are your affairs in order? Have you made peace with God? Have you spoken to the people that you've had opportunity to speak with? Are you ready? Let's be ready. God bless you.